Hello everybody, I'm Jimmy Fantastic and welcome to the Blood Bowl 3 2025 World Championship Group Stage. The draw's been made, the groups have been set, the fixtures have been made, and this is the final preview here. Group Stage M to P, we've got 16 groups, which is quite a lot, isn't it? We've got through them all, and I'm trying to do some predictions and informations based on my very limited knowledge of the competitors involved and their abilities. Speaking of which, some of them I know a bit more about. One of them's K-Fog. He's probably the best player ever. So there we go. We've got K-Fog in this group and Lamars from the direct tickets. And then from the planes, we've got Lich and Justicium. So let's have a look at this. K-Fog. Lots of ways to pronounce his name. His name's Core. And then, some people call him Food. K-Fog, PTK, he's got a million names, but I feel like K-Fog is the easiest way to say it. If you remember, who was the guy who Britney Spears married? That's who I always think of when I say K-Fog. Anyway, he's from Denmark, though lives in England and represents England on tabletop, and qualified through the Spring Super League by being runner-up to Diomed, as we all were. So yeah, he's taken Amazon's. Interestingly, he's taken the second wrestle. I actually prefer only one wrestle, so I do find it interesting that he's taken a second wrestle. But yeah, he's great. He's great with Amazons. Plays Amazons loads. So yeah, really top player. And Amazon's still great in this rule set, even though they've got less than they normally get. And yeah, so there we go. I'm high on K-Fog. He's a great player, great person. Know him in real life a bit as well. So yeah, fantastic. Then we've got Lamars or Lamars, and he is from France, qualified through Champions Cup Season 7. He's a pretty good player, very good player. He's got Dark Elves, he's got all the positionals, but he's missing a skill. That's the problem. If you go with a runner here, you do end up missing a Blodge Blitzer, so I'm not a great fan of it. And also he's gone for the 12 players, so he's got kind of 3 rerolls. It's okay. It's okay. I think honestly the Blodge Blitzer is better than the third reroll. But still a completely reasonable team. And then from the play-ins, we've got Justicium with his team back in 2016. Justicium is a bit of a legend from tabletop. He did really well in Blood Bowl 2 as well, top player. He's from France, qualified through Von de Gob League. We're playing. He's got Undead though, which are a bit out of favour at the moment, aren't they? They've got a bad package, and I feel like they've just been a little bit left behind in the new rules, right? Like smashing people with Mighty Blow is always going to be great, but the multiple rerolls I think hurts Undead a little bit, and some of the matchups I think hurt Undead a little bit. So I think Undead have fallen off a little bit. I don't know if Justicium has or not, right? Only 110 coach level. Who knows? But he's in with Undead. And then we've got Lich with probably the things that's caused Undead to fall off a bit, which is Necro. He's got the 2-wolf build, but he's got a Sure Hands Ghoul, which I'm not a huge fan of, to be honest. If I can find him on this sheet here, bear with me. Lich is from the UK, qualified through DVLA, hilariously titled league. I think he contributed to Wentros getting knocked out, so no slouch. But I think probably this is a pretty tough group, right? I think K-Fog should get in because he's K-Fog, and I think it's going to be close between Justicium and Lamars. I think maybe Lamars has got the better racial matchups here with Dark Elves. Shouldn't be too bothered by Amazons, too bothered by Undead. Necro are a bit tricky, but who knows? Whereas the Undead versus Necro is not great for them. Dark Elves isn't great for them. Zons aren't great for them. So, yeah, and Justicium's been playing a long time. I don't know how much he's into Blood Bowl anymore. Like that happens with a lot of these players. If they play for a long time, they lose a bit of interest. They're still really good, but if they haven't got their eye in, if they're not playing regularly, they're gonna make more mistakes than they would have done in their prime, right? So we'll see. Look, he might be playing a bit and be spot on. I just don't know. This is pure conjecture, no basis in reality whatsoever. He might be more keen than ever, but I'm gonna go with K-Fog and then one of Lamar's or Justicium, and probably based on racial matchups, maybe it's K-Fog and Lamar's for me. So there you go. That's Group M. And we've got Group N here. The directs are Mentos and Andri. Again, no way, the world champion Andri. And then we've got Toast Guy and Ginny Fix as the play-ins. So Mentos, Team Poland, surely must be on Team Poland then. He's Polish, qualified through Blood and Tears, and he's taken Wood Elves, which I think were less popular than they should have been, right? What happens is, if Wood Elves get the same as Dark Elves, they tend not to be taken, which I think is a bit silly, because they're still really good, right? They're still Wood Elves, they can one turn, they've got a lot of things going for them. I'm not such a fan of his build though here. He's got 12 players rather than an Apothecary. He's only got 1 reroll plus leader, so yeah, it does look a bit bare bones, doesn't he? He's got a lot of dodge though. But yeah, I'm not 100% on board with this team, to be honest. Then we've got Andri, of course, is Spanish, qualified by winning the World Championship 2024, and of course he's got that title. Who wouldn't have that title? And he's taken humans. He's actually got the same team as Arzaway, and they probably collaborated a bit, I'd imagine. They talk to each other and stuff, you know, like how the top, you know, Brits tend to talk to each other and stuff, and the top French tend to. So yeah, very good team. Very good team, and very good player. So yeah, I mean, I think Andri's looking pretty good to get through this group, surprisingly enough. Then we've got Ginny Fix. Again, one of the people I know a bit less about. I've seen, you know, I have casted all of the play-in games, but the thing is, it's a handful of games, right? You can't really make an accurate assessment of somebody's play, and also, I'm not the god of Blood Bowl, so I can't do that anyway, right? It's my biases and everything come into play. He did qualify through AWBBL, I can tell you, and this is his team. He's got a sneaky git. Skink, I'm not a fan of that. I would rather just have 6 block, but you know, Lizards are a monster team, no doubt about it. Then we've got Toast Guy 7. Toast Guy is a good player, I think. He's from the United States, qualified through Rebel. But he does have Black Orcs, which are a bit rubbish. Black Orcs are a weird one, right? If you can exploit their lack of movement, they are rubbish. But if you don't exploit their lack of movement, then they're just better than lizard men, right? Because their goblins have got a thick skull, they get more skills, they get more money, they've got bribes and all sorts. I mean, I don't think they've actually got bribes on here. He does have a bribe, there we go. So, yeah, you know, like, they can do stuff, right? They are better than lizards if you don't exploit the lack of movement. And exploiting lack of movement is the hardest thing to do in a game, and particularly a close game and stuff, without like a big advantage. So, yeah, it's really interesting. Now, Wood Elves are one of probably the best team. Wood Elves and Skaven are like the best teams at exploiting lack of movement. But then, of course, they can get just randomly removed by the Black Orcs. So I mean, I think Andri's the clear favourite. Humans stack up well versus Wood Elves, and then while they're not great against lizards or Black Orcs, they've got options available to them. So I think Andri's my favourite to go through. And then honestly, Mentos, he's got Wood Elves, pretty decent matchup versus lizards and Black Orcs. Yeah, he can get banged out in those games, but chances are, I think they are with Mentos, but I really wouldn't be surprised to see just Black Orcs or Lizmen go on a tear, or both of them even. You know, Andri could just go out in the group stage. He's got humans, right? Like, yeah, humans do have Mighty Blow tackle, but Wood Elves are Wood Elves, so they can just win. And then Lizardmen can bang him out, Black Orcs can bang him out. He could go 0-3, you know, like he just could. It's so while all of these things are happening, and you know, I'm saying who I think is going to win. Like I am backing Andri. But, you know, it's not going to be crazy if the favourites to win groups just lose all the games, honestly. Right, Group O now. We've got Lickamy 20 and Mr. Page as the directs, and Ron Windu and Enchantress Faye as the play-ins. And then a Lickamy. We can go here. It's a funny name, isn't it? Lickamy. He is Mexican, qualified through Federación Mexicana de Bloodbowl, and he's got a completely standard necromantic team. So, could be a great player, right? Like, we just don't know, never heard of him, but he's picked a completely sensible team. So that's a good sign. Mr. Page, however, has not picked a completely sensible team. He's picked an insane team. And, lots of people know him. He's from Canada, qualified through Official Ladder Season 9. I think it went down well last year when he had his crazy team. He's picked another one. He's got a bribe there. And he's got loads of Mighty Blow, 7 Mighty Blow, and a Dirty Player. Only 11 players. He should have gone 12, I think. But he's got 4 rerolls. It's a crazy, crazy team. I think he should have taken a better team, but look, fair play. It'll be entertaining wanting seeing this team. I think we'll all be cheering on Mr. Page's crazy team. Now, funnily enough, Enchantress Fair, pretty good player from what I've seen, and has got Nurgle, qualified with Nurgle, and this is a pretty good group, honestly, for Enchantress Fair, I think. French, qualified through Belgian Bowl, got a bunch of block and stuff. So yeah, I think this is actually a pretty strong group for also Lady LaFay, known as on Discord and stuff. Because I don't know Lickamy and Mr. Page's team is rubbish. And then Rom Windu here is also got All Alliance, but this time he's taken the tree. And everyone else with all WA has taken the Ogre. I think the Ogre is better than the tree. He's French, qualified through Champions Cup Season 8. So I think his team is slightly worse, All World Alliance, but he's got the Tackle Mighty and a bunch of guard and stuff. Like they're all pretty similar, the All World Alliance teams. But yeah, given how this group shakes out, I think the Nurgle just get pretty good matchups, right? Like although funny enough, saying about being able to exploit the lack of movement of Black Orcs, and Nurgle can't do that. But still, I still think they're kind of good enough. They've got obviously the strength advantage versus All World Alliance and Necro. They're not like getting smashed by elves and stuff. So I think this is pretty nice. I think Enchantress Fae is probably the favourite to get through. And then Lickamy, despite not knowing anything about him, the fact that he's got Necromantic, I think I've got to back him, honestly, just get the job done. I think they can do all right versus Black Orcs if they get some removals. They can beat the Nurgle if they stay on top of them and stuff. They've got guard, and same with All World Alliance. I think Necro are looking pretty good racial matchups in this division. But yeah, I don't know anything about him apart from he's got a direct ticket. But yeah, I'm gonna pick him. There you go, pick him in the dark. Why not? And then that brings us to Group P, the final group. And it's funny because Spider's the creator. He did all of this for us, one of the admins, and he's in it, and he's got a direct ticket, and he saved himself to last. No, it didn't. It was the draw, but we've got Frickape and the Spider as the directs, and Airrook and Dastardly Dan as the playing coaches. So Frickape, we know him. He's a very good coach. Spanish, played on the Euro Bowl team and qualified through NBB. And he's got a kind of normal team. He's got a Juggernaut Slayer, which is a bit extreme. I think Guard would be better, but completely normal All World Alliance team, really. Lots of All World Alliance in. And then Spider has taken Norse. Not my favourite race in the game, but Spider's from US, qualified through Goblin League. He's got a tackle player, a Mighty Blow tackle, and a bunch of block, and a Yeti to fight the heavy teams. But he's lacking guard, he's lacking Mighty Blow, so lacking pigs. So not a huge fan of his build, to be honest. Now, in a way I'm a fan of this build, and in a way I'm not. This is Dastardly Dan for United States, qualified through Champions Cup Season 6. And yeah, he's a player, and he's got Goblins, and he's got Ripper and Varag. So he's got 4 Mighty Blow total, Strength 5+. And then he's still got the 2 secret weapons, the bomber and the loony. He's got no bribes, and he's only got 13 players. So this is like all of your eggs in one basket. You'd better make a really strong first half, because things are going to go south the longer the game goes. But you know, it's not going to overtime, so he's much more likely to get a draw than he would be in an overtime situation. And yeah, it's not terrible. That's the best thing I can say about it. You know, like, look, goblins are still full of variance, and it's still a wild pick to take. But yeah, they can actually do things in this rule set. Now I've got Aeruk, another Spanish guy, qualified through Buttercup. Got Tackle Mighty, Bunch of Guard, completely sensible team. So yeah, looking at that, I think Fricape is the favourite. All lines. I mean, look, they should all be able to deal with goblins, but you never know, right? They're just the wild card. And then the Norse team isn't super amazing, but Spider's a decent player, and I just don't know enough about the other 2, honestly, to put them ahead of him. So I'm going to go with Fricape and Spider from Group P. So there you go. That's all the groups done now. 4 videos, looked at every group. And yeah, hopefully people enjoy this bit of background to them, I guess. Again, a lot of these players I just don't know. There will surely be surprises. Blood Bowl, and again, I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of every single Blood Bowl player, or even a completely objective, rating system or anything. So, lots can happen. It's going to be fun watching them all. I am going to cast all of these games, probably as replays. Maybe the odd live game, if something really leaps out, or if I'm around at a time or whatever. But I'm going to try and do them as replays, because there's so many, right? 32 games a week is for 3 weeks. I think it's very sensible to try and do them all as replays. So there you go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and stay fantastic.